Race 9, Alinghi Red Bull Racing, Ineos Britannia. There's the 2-minute ticks over, and in comes Alinghi Red Bull Racing, and they can see Ineos Britannia, the challenger of record, steaming in as well. Big race on day 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series.
Not looking at an early move here.
Both teams right on time there, within a second or so of entry, so exactly where you want to be.
Bowing up here. Can you watch it on the P?
Remember the danger here of falling off the foils. It is lighter and a lot of bad air from the two boats going backwards and forwards.
65. Airing up here. I'll be able to go past him here. See how we go. Okay, speed's coming now. I can't see him, so you'll call here. Copy. 45. Yeah. Potential attack and all the power on exit. Or just a normal lead.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing going all the way to the boundary now, heading back, leading back in this race.
Decision time for Ineos. Deciding to lead.
Coming away here.
Okay, slowly breathing here.
Ready to nuts. Very light, happy to press. Yes.
I cannot press it.
Putting Alinghi right in the dirt there. Full roost, and I think they may be off their foils, Shirley. Big trouble here for Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
Great decision by Ineos Britannia. They wanted to lead back, they wanted the left-hand side, and they gave all that bad air to Alinghi Red Bull Racing, and it is light.
This could turn into a huge lead for the English here.
And there must be a feeling of deja vu for Alinghi Red Bull Racing. This happened to them yesterday. 15 seconds and counting to the start of race 9 in the Louis Vuitton Cup. How long will it take them to get back up on the foils? The clock's ticking towards 0 at the start. And we are racing. It's Ineos Britannia, huge advantage. Alinghi Red Bull Racing off the foils.
Great start by Sir Ben Ainsley and his team on Ineos Britannia. They had a plan and they executed that better than they could have expected. Alinghi Red Bull Racing still to cross the line.
Yeah, I did see that coming. I thought Alinghi, as the boats converged back together, was a bit slow. The speed differential, if you're going to come in as that trailing boat, you better be paced up. And Ben Ainsley planted one right on their face. And as soon as the turbulent wind coming off the trailing edge of the British boat hit Alinghi, they touched down. So that was a classic set move by Ineos on Alinghi. Alinghi will learn from that. You just cannot put yourself in that compromised position and expect to survive.
20 away from it, away.
Ineos Britannia steaming towards the top mark for the first time with a monster lead on Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Remember, in this Challenger Selection Series, they already have a valuable point that they got in race 3 back on day 1 against American Magic. And at this point, early, we'll be very careful at this point. It looks strong for maybe point number 2, but we have seen more unfold in this last 3 days than you can believe. They are around the top gate for the first time and heading down on leg number 2, the challenger of record.
Here we go. 20. Okay, holding that. Good trap. 20.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing around to the top mark for the first time, but they are a long way away from Ineos Britannia at this point.
Nice pressure, average breeze.
Back to the bottom here. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I mean, it looks fairly even. The moment 1 and in looks quite good. Totally clear of gas. Yeah, the slack's all good.
Fantastic shot of the leeward foil there, piercing the surface. You just see that foil moving. It's like a giant suspension arm going downwind.
Okay, ley line on the box in 5. Pass it, pressure's okay at the moment. Yeah, okay, anytime. Stand by. We go. 2, 1, 4 down. 1, move. I will. 2, 1, go board.
Ineos Britannia coming into the bottom gate to complete leg number 2. I know we shouldn't really say this, but at the moment with that lead, they probably feel like it's a little bit of a practice race for them because of the gap, but we know what Mother Nature can do. We must always be mindful of that, but they are very cool and relaxed in those cockpits there on Ineos Britannia as they will round the mark and head upwind for leg number 3 of 6.
Have themselves plenty of margin there on the ley line. No need for a pushed ley line there, so give up a little bit, just make sure you can comfortably build exiting. There's no need to push the early jibe in that situation with a big lead. It's all about keeping the boat on the foils in that situation, and the team doing a good job there.
Good on the back, yeah.
Pressure on Alinghi now to execute their manoeuvres well, because if they can stay on the foils and Ineos comes off, the lead can change.
As soon as we can tack. Yeah, good speed.
It's slowly coming up here.
Big speed build there to execute that manoeuvre.
1, well done.
Here we go, reload. I need a boundary. Yeah. Right here. Super light here, I'm going to
Push us maybe.
on this one.
Alinghi Red Bull Racing executing the tack well. Still both boats on their foils at the moment as we watch Ineos Britannia. Huge camber in that twin skin mainsail coming through the jibe.
1, going forward. Hold it, let's go.
Oh, they are low there. They're low there. 20 knots, 19. Right on the edge here, Ineos Britannia. Speed still dropping. Right on the edge there. This is where your hull design comes into play of how you can get the boat to take off again.
Ineos Britannia down. Alinghi Red Bull Racing have round the top gate for the last time and are heading home. What are we about to see? Can they run down Ineos Britannia?
It's the turtle in the hair again. Alinghi Red Bull Racing will be doing everything they can to stay on the foils. Ineos Britannia doing everything they can to retake off. This is not over. All about the pressure now of what Ineos Britannia are sailing into as we go forwards. You watch the lead getting chewed up really quickly here, Shirley.
It's also about the pressure of what's going on in the cockpits of Ineos Britannia. They will be feeling the pressure now. There'll be the chase pressure of Alinghi Red Bull Racing.
Big speed build here coming on Ineos Britannia. Looks like they will dig themselves out. Actually, I shouldn't say anything here. They're trying to dig themselves out. Excavators on full revs at the moment. Big buckets. And a big grind there for the cyclists as they pull the boat up out of the water. But Alinghi Red Bull Racing absolutely ripping down the course here. So still more jibes to pull off. Still open race here.
We are on for a finish in race 9 of the Louis Vuitton Cup. Ineos Britannia coming off the foils. Alinghi Red Bull Racing, can they pull something out of that magical hat?
That's going to go. Let's go. Taking main. Lead with this.
Oh, I think Ineos Britannia there may have dodged a real big bullet there. Speed building back to 30 knots, and I think they're safe, Stephen.
Would be fair to say, yes, Glenn, but just for a moment, a little bit of drama ignites on the race course of the America's Cup. Race number 9, and it will be the challenger of record.
Nice job keeping it cool.
Ineos Britannia, great start, shaky finish, but more importantly, they get the win and go to 2 wins and 2 points in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. Gotta love it. Confirmation of race number 9, and Ineos Britannia get the win with a little scare from Alinghi Red Bull Racing, but most importantly, another point goes in the book.